Hey guys, this is Bigfoot's Little Farm. We are a 1 acre farm with goats, turkeys, chickens, guardian dogs, above ground gardens. Uh, we're a small farm, but we make every little piece count. So today since it's pretty hot, I'm gonna put a swimming pool up here for my guardian dogs so that they can get in it, cool off. Which my turkeys, they love doing that as well. So trying to figure out where do I want to put that. I could put it right here. That way it'll go down the hill easy. You're all right, baby girl. And in case you didn't know, we got a new guard dog. This is Lucy, and this is Max. Here's a sweet girl. Max seems to really like her. And Max is telling me don't get too close, that she belongs to him, which I find it cute. I was been looking for a buddy for him, so it worked out really great. So that's a good thing. Let me get them some water. He'll have to teach her that, that they can get on the trampoline. She's been around goats. They had chickens, but they weren't really in the same area as the goats. So as I'm letting the air get out of this water hose, but as I'm going through watering, I'm going to let my chickens out and see how good she does with them. She seems to be liking it okay. Let the hotness of this water. Oh, it already is. All right, let me put this in here so that they can have an area where they can get their feet wet. So she's following Max around. I guess he's kind of showing her the layout, the area. Let me turn this turtle around so when it's time to empty it, it's going to be a lot easier to do. There we go. He's looking for her. There she is. She is so pretty. There she comes. I was watching her at her other farm. They had too many dogs, and I'm thinking he might have got a litter of them that they really didn't want. So he took them in, had them all fixed, got their shots and everything. And my husband happened to graduate with him, so he knew that she was going to a good home. But she's so pretty. But they did a DNA test on her and said she is purebred Great Pyrenees and that she's about a year old. And Max is half Pyrenees and half Labrador Retriever. So when he sheds all of his winter coat, he looks all Labrador. And plus, he will fetch a ball or toy or anything. But I don't think he will since she's on the property because that boy's in love already. But she seems pretty content. She's already keeping an eye on things and doing good. And but I'm going to fix them up a swimming pool here so that they can step their feet in here. I know the turkeys will. The turkeys love getting in here. My barred Plymouth Rocks, they love getting in the water. Look at them. I think they like each other. Good thing they can't have babies. We don't need a bunch of pups, but I did want a buddy for Max. So that's a good thing. So let me get this filled up and get started toward my first coop, and I'll be right back. So I got the chickens out. They're over there pretty close to her. They kind of walked right past her. She's not flinching or anything, so that's a good sign. Oh, she's going to get up. Oh, I don't think she likes the turkey, so she's getting away from the turkey. Yeah. She's not liking the turkey, but she'll get used to things. We're going to keep an eye on her. She's just used to being around the goats, but she keeps watching Max, so she knows that, you know, he's okay with them. You're all right, baby girl. You're all right. Jitterbug and Blue Diamond right here. Sun's in my eyes. She's checking the turkeys out. All right. So I need to get some watering done over here and clean out their coops. Get that done. So let me see if I can get some of this water hose in here. Keep an eye on her as well. Let me soak the steps down a little bit, because then it's easier for me to come back and spray them down real good after that. I'm excited with these new coops I'm wanting to build, because I won't have to worry about these steps anymore for them. That will definitely be a good thing. Make sure my yeah, it's on. So just letting you know, sometimes I have some issues with my mics. I don't know if it's the camera or the mics. They're new mics. So, but for some reason, sometimes my voice just quits picking up on there. If I don't have the mics, then you can't hear me very good. Even if I just, use the mic on my recorder. So hopefully it's working. You always gotta get the kinks out of things. Figure since I'm watering, I might as well get my rain boots on and mud boots. My mock boots. I won these mock boots. They're over $130 something, and I won them at Orscheln's, which is now called Boomagards. But when Orscheln just got through remodeling and putting in an area where you could buy guns and ammo and stuff like that, then they had a drawing, and I happened to win a pair of mock boots, which I would have never bought for myself because they're expensive. So I've had them for about 5 years now, and I love them. They're comfortable. They're nice. They helped out during the bad weathers of any kind. So, but they keep my feet dry when I'm out here doing my stuff here. I'm gonna get my putty knife, loosen up some of the extra stuff here. I always keep a putty knife in all my coops. What you doing, Jitterbug? Oh, sorry, that's lipstick. That's lipstick. I tell you what, I was videoing Jitterbug a while ago. That girl is fast as lightning. She can flat move. I mean, she could be like one of them little horse riders, horse racing horse things, whatever you call them. But that girl can get up and move, I'm telling you. She is fast. Let's see if I can get some more of this off of there. Do a little bit each time, and when I get done filling up their water thing, then I'll come back and do that again. She's doing good. They're both doing good. But it's almost 80 degrees out here, so I wanted to make sure that they had a place to get their feet cooled off if they needed to. Because Great Pyrenees can get overheated because they got all that hair. And I want them to be able to get their feet in there. Max will get in there and sit down. I'm sorry, Mama. Max will get in there and literally kind of sit down. It took him a long time to do it. He don't do it often, but when he's pretty hot, yeah, he definitely will sit down in there. So let's I normally do this on a Friday. So I had my oncology doctor's appointment yesterday morning and had my lab work and everything I had to get done. So good news is my white blood cell counts are up, so that's good. You don't want them to go down, that's for sure. As long as they're up, that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Okay. Let me let that fill up, and so let me get a little of this stuff here raked up this way because it always ends up down here every week. And we're fixing to get some more freezing weather again, so I got to do as much outside stuff as I can. I can't do it tomorrow though because I got to deal with my vehicles. So I've got 4x4s going around here, which I had sand in here, but on each coop they're going to be center blocks going all the way around, and my coops are going to sit down on the center blocks. But the 4x4s on my corners and in the middle are going to be down in the ground and cemented, so they're not going anywhere. But it keeps my wood up off the ground, but it makes a deeper area for me to put sand and stuff in underneath there. So when we have like bad weather and rain and all that, well, then my chickens can still have a place to dust bathe. And I'm gonna make sure there's wood ash in there and some wood ash, you know, from our burn barrels. I always collect that and use it because it's good for them. Keeps the lice and stuff off of them, and they like to bathe in it. You know, I ain't gonna bathe in it. That would just be, what's the point? Might as well go get in some mud and stuff, I guess. But anyways, it's good for them. And so I'm going to make sure that they're going to have a big enough area for that. And plus, it'll also be easier for me to keep their area clean because I can go in there with a chicken rake and sift it out like you would a cat scoop on a litter pan, And so it'll be a lot easier for me to keep it clean. I can keep a feed sack in there to put all that extra stuff in there. So I hear you, Mama. So that I can keep it out of there. Help keep it, the flies down for the summer. So we don't have to worry about that. Which is a good thing. So let me set this back over here. Hang that up. But, wow, she's already almost full. That's good. But when it gets hot enough, my chickens, they'll get their feet dipped in there. But all my coops, I'm going to put their watering stuff here at this northeast corner. There's going to be some I'm going to have to put on the northwest corner just because of if there's a tree in the coop, it might interfere where I might have to move it on the opposite area, which either way it's still going to work. So that when I empty my water, it's going to go toward the back. I want everything to run off, even off the top, run to the back. The tops of the chicken coops, I'm going to have gutters where it'll all run down because everything runs downhill this way. And I want everything to go down this way and back down this way is what I'm wanting. Hey, Mama. So that's the plan anyways. So, all right, let me get to the next one. Oh, so I've already had to take a break. I'm having a bad day today with my cancer stuff that happens. What happened right there? So, but I still have to get my work done. So, all right. Y'all behave. Let me sit this in the shade a little bit. But Jitterbug is trying so hard to get the lid off of that can, and she's just 2 weeks old, but she knows there's food in there. All right. I had to get me a water. Let me set that over here. How you girls doing? Huh? Let me I see you. How you doing, Hazelnut? Yeah. You do know I'm fixing to pour that water that way. You girls are gonna have to skedaddle. Thank you, lipstick. Mouthful of leaves. Keep going, Hazelnut. Keep going. All right. That should be ready to come out. Drumstick, my big heavy turkey, likes to get on my water hose when I'm trying to pull it. I think he thinks it's funny. These animals are smart. They know what they're doing. You sound like a peacock. Yeah, you did. I would love to have some peacocks. Let's see. There we go. Let me soak these stairs down so they'll be a little bit easier when I'll give them a good hosing. Okay. Soak this down a little bit so I can get these cleaned off somewhat. Alright. They each got their own little mirror and their little xylophone. Looks like they've been playing with those pretty good. Oh, sorry. Maybe you needed a shower. I don't know. Sorry about that. That one got squirted. Didn't mean to. It happens. Alright, let me... Got to lose that. Let's put that right there. Alright. Anytime they're in here, they like to kick this stuff up here. Because it makes it harder for me to shut the gate. Because they figure if there's nothing good that I'm giving them, then they can just run right back out. Because I can't shut it that quick. But I've learned to hang on to their snacks until I get it closed. Hey Mama, how you doing? Yeah? If I didn't have this mulch in here, it would be so hard for me when it's raining because it's so slippery because it's just pure dirt and it gets very slippery. So it's something that we put down, and I tell you what, that's the best thing ever we've done. But again, going downhill, I have to rake everything back up the hill. So let me... Hey Mama, are you in there leaving me a deposit of an egg? I thank you for that. Yeah, good job. That's what you call job. What is it? Job quality or whatever you call it. Anyway, job security. I have one that she doesn't lay eggs, but she'll sit in there on her nest. Oh, I got a green one in there already. She'll sit on the nest to make you think she's laid an egg because she's always sitting on a golf ball. So I know that's not what she's doing. She was a older chicken, but she had passed. Somebody's neighbors didn't like their chickens being out, and they were putting poison out, hoping to kill the chickens because they didn't like the chicken noises. But then they had a shooting range in their backyard, and so they thought it was okay for the shooting range to affect their neighbors, but they didn't want the chickens there, so they had us come pick up their 2 ducks and 2 chickens, and so one of them was older. The chicken was one of them was older, and then the other chicken was pretty young, but she's still here. But the other one, she finally passed away in her nest, and I thought, well, they're giving her to us. I'm just going to let it live out its life, and I'll do that with all my my main chickens. They'll live out their life here. I won't kill them, sell them, or nothing. But when I'm incubating their eggs or collecting their eggs or something, I will sell the eggs and I will sell the baby chicks unless I'm needing more chickens, then other than that, those will be sold. But my main stuff will not be. Oh, good. She found the water. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't think you can see. She's getting her a good drink. Yeah, see, she's right there. Max is right there. So she's getting her a good drink. I got a turkey on the trampoline over there, which that would be Coco. Yeah, she's getting her a good drink. Max, are you a happy boy? Yeah. Tell her she can get up there with you. I think that's what he's doing now. Letting her know, hey, you can get up here. It's a nice little bed. We got some egg laying fools over here. Can y'all hear that? That one sounds like a duck. But I wanted to see how she would do with all the animals out and about, and she seems to be doing really good. Coco, that's going to fall, baby. You might hurt yourself. But I think she's got a sprained leg. I think she'll do fine because their insulation was stacked up so high, and they had a goat that was limping a little bit too from jumping up there on top of that stuff. So I think she'll be fine. She's doing good. She's sitting there watching everything because she's right here, and Max is right there, and they're both watching everything out here. And that's what they do. They'll sit there and just keep an eye on everything. Their nose is so sensitive that they can smell things a good long ways before it even gets to the property. So they're already on high alert. Their ears are a lot more sensitive, and so they are the best. They are the best dogs when you have goats, chickens, any kind of farm animals. They are the best. Uh, you think a pit bull is rough, but I know for a fact that a Great Pyrenees, if it goes into a fight stance with something that's attacking the animals on its property, it'll do it till death. Just like a pit bull. It's like a pit bull. They will not give up because that's what they're trained to do, is to protect their animals. And so they're doing good. Doing super good. All right, let me move to the next one. All right, we're over here in the coop that I'm working on. That looks pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and get my water here in a minute. I left my water over in the other coop. Let's see if I can get a grip on that one. And that's another reason why I want this to go down on the back side so it's not washing all this out. I have enough of that issue when it rains. So how you doing, Mama? Let me get some of your stuff cleaned out of here. I had to move this barrel, but I'm hoping, and there should be enough room that I can put these barrels in each one of these coops so that when it's raining, and I'm lifting this lid up, then I don't have to worry about the, water getting in them. I like to have one of these rakes in each one. These are also good for your nesters. These little plastic rakes here are really good too to have, that I have in each one. But so these 3 4x4s are good. I can go ahead and take these boards off. I can take these off now. I will straighten up these center blocks coming down through here. I will fill them up with some of the tiny rocks that we do get around here. But from right here, going all the way down to here, that'll be center blocks as well. So, because I'm going to dig some of this out, and I'm going to add a bunch of sand, dye detective earth, wood ash. This is where that's all going to be. My building of the chicken coop is going to be sitting on these center blocks. So it's not affecting any of the material that I'm building it with, to where it won't rot out. I don't have to worry about the water getting on it, anything like that. So that will kind of help out with that. Oh, and I'm thinking of building some. Hey, Mama, that was cute. She's peeping around the corner here at me. Hey, Mama, you doing okay? Yeah, you left me an egg. Thank you, Mama. Good girl. So I'm thinking of redoing. It's a pretty egg. I'm gonna move it down here with this other one. Because so I'm debating on that. So their egg nesting is going to go like this, but on this end down here is they're going to have their areas where they're going to be perching on at night and sleeping. So I can see it in my head the way I want to do it, but you just kind of go with the flow on as you're doing it. So they all sleep up here, and I have to put these solid pieces up here so that they're not pooping on top of their nesting boxes, which can literally get down in between them, behind them, and cause more flies because it'll smell because you can't get to the cleaning. But that's, again, when you're starting out, you do with what you can with what you got. And kind of go that way. So I'm just excited that we're getting this done. So all right, let me pause here for a minute. All right, getting the turkey waters done. These are perfect for the turkeys. Drink out of. Oh, what you doing, Hazelnut? Hi, baby. How y'all doing? Lipstick? Hi, baby. These pretty babies. They're cute. Got one up there in the turkey area, right there. Whoop! She scared that rooster. That's cute. I love watching these babies play around out here. It's so cute. So, what you two girls doing? Huh? What you two girls doing? Well, them two used to be roommates until they had their babies. Now there's a little jealousy going on, I think. I need to get Olaf wormed. I'll do that this evening.